refused the sacrifice. Vivae Victus. Suffering to the conquered. Ironic that now I was the one suffering. Not anything as pedestrian as physical pain, rather the cruel jab of impotent anger. The hunger for revenge. I didn't care if I was in heaven or hell. All I wanted was to kill my assassins. Sometimes you get what you wish for. The necromancer Mortanius offered me a chance for vengeance, and like a fool, I jumped at his offer without considering the cost. Nothing is free, not even revenge.
You will have the blood you hunger for.
Hello, everybody. So, I figured, since I played the first one, kind of broke it, kind of didn't play how it was supposed to be played, but well, I think I picked up the story, all of it. Except for Zephon, but nobody cares about him. He just teaches you to climb walls. Who cares about him? So, we're gonna get into Soul Reaver 2. We're gonna continue the story. Now, I have a bit of an idea of how I'm going to handle this stream. As you saw with the intro, I did a bit of a slice, looking back on Kain's past. That was Mortanius turning him into a vampire. Kain was assassinated by people that turned out to be actually sent by Mortanius in a plot twist in Blood Omen. And he accepted immortality and being a vampire in return to having revenge on the people that killed him. So yeah, he did get the blood he hungered for. I am going to start the game now. Hopefully it shows up. And I will do a bit of audio balancing. Well, I'll do a dry run of this. Make sure I'm not too quiet or not too loud compared to the game. I do want to make sure the voice acting and the game can be heard very well. So, I guess we'll see. I did a bit of bullshit to get this game running well. I applied 2 patches. One of them makes it run modern resolutions and not crash and actually play cutscenes. And this, the second patch, basically, what did it do? It was like a controller support thing. It fixed the controller support. Now, is this a better port than the previous game? Yes, and although it has some issues running on modern hardware, it's not as broken of a product. It doesn't have a flight glitch, it doesn't have anything breaking it internally. It can be finished from start to the end, no issue whatsoever. So, looking into the menu here, the options, we have hints and compass on. Yeah, this game has a compass, believe it or not. Volume, I think that I will leave that be. Yeah, I will also leave that be. I also made it run on my native resolution. I guess a game that would be normally played at 480p, 720 at most, is now going to be running at my modern-ass resolution. So we might see some funny things, maybe not. What's this? Well, I'm pretty sure that was not in the game before I patched it. A frame rate, a full screen desync, a motion blur. Well, at least the dev of the patch made sure to keep it off, because I am not turning that thing on. Controls, making sure it picks up a controller. Yes, it does. Perfect. Not as much of a pain. I don't have to use my F310 to actually control in this game. So it works right off the bat, plug and play. But as far as accessing the menu button and operating the main menu, I have to use the keyboard. It's a bit of an oversight. And yes, motion blur should always be off in any game by default. It's a terrible thing used to mask low FPS. But people know now. They're wiser to this. Anyway, so when we last left off, Kain escaped. He got kind of bodied by us. So, we will have a recap of the ending of Soul Reaver 1 now, in a very Kino cutscene. Enjoy. I might commentate a little bit over it if I find something interesting.
At last. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
Eternity is relentless, Raziel.
Yes, this is
When
their
I
meeting
first stole into this
in the Chrono
chamber
Plant.
centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never contain such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? As such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine eons ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. Free will is an illusion.
I found the tomb of Sarafan, Kain. How could you profane a priest by turning him into a vampire?
How could I not? One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer. Who better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil?
The Sarafan were saviors, defending Nazgul from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are opened, Kain. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Sarafan were noble, altruistic? Oh, don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours. You nearly had me, Raziel. But this is not where or how it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds completely.
Redeemer and Destroyer, Pawn and Messiah. Welcome, time-span soul. Welcome to your destiny.
Now that's a fucking Kino intro. Just a good recap. Let's talk to Mobius.
Where am I? Is the usual question. In your case, when might be more apt.
Very well, you old snake. If you'd prefer I use my bare hands.
This is completely unexpected.
Oy vey, my
This
tricks aren't
orb
working.
disables our vampire enemies, leaving them helpless and incapacitated. Strangely, it seems to have the same effect on that peculiar weapon of yours. But you must believe me. I mean, you know.
It is a very good game.
You can drop the benevolent facade, Mobius.
I know who and what you are. I should kill you where you stand.
Perhaps you should, my boy. But you don't.
Are you so certain of that, Mobius?
My role as Time Guardian affords me a certain level of omniscience, Raziel. No, you don't kill me. That honor belongs to your maker, Kain, some 30 years from now.
You two are a pair. You're just as fatalistic as he is.
Death comes for us all, Raziel. It's just a matter of time.
How is it that you know my name? We have never met.
On the contrary, Raziel, I know you very well. And it grieves me to see how cruelly Kain has used you. I knew you when you were one of the Sarafan Brotherhood, Raziel. We were even close.
Oh, please.
Fortunately, you need not love me now to be my ally.
Are we within the stronghold of the Sarafan priesthood?
Yes, but the glorious days of the Sarafan have long since passed, I'm afraid. This is a more cynical and indecorous age. My mercenary army now inhabits this stronghold. We strive to honor the memory of the Sarafan with our own humble crusade.
Is this the vampire Vorador?
Yes, the scourge of the Circle, the most depraved and decadent example of his whole degenerate race. He slaughtered 6 of my fellow Guardians as they cowered defenseless in this room.
And you somehow survived this massacre?
I and 2 others. The Circle was devastated. Only we 3 were spared.
How convenient. You'll forgive me if I don't naively devour every scrap of information you toss me. You have a reputation for deceit.
And who has slandered me so? Your malefactor, Kain? The one who betrayed and destroyed you? Our common enemy? Consider the source before you judge me too harshly. We'll forget about rekindling our old friendship then. But consider an alliance based on our common ground. We both want Kain dead. I can help you do it.
You don't want to meddle in this, old man. I know all about your sordid little schemes, but you're simply out of your depth on this one.
You underestimate me, Raziel. Let me show you. Even now, Kain is lying in wait for you, unaware that I've snatched you out of the time stream and brought you here to me. See how he lingers at the very pillars he is destined to destroy, foolishly confident that he has eluded your grasp.
The pillars are still standing in this time.
Yes, Raziel. They are the embodiment of the divine force which preserves the life of our world. We who serve the pillars maintain their delicate balance, and Kain is destined to be the fulcrum upon which that balance turns. I believe you have already endured the wasteland wrought by his terrible, selfish decision. Kain's very existence is a cancer upon this world. As long as he lives, all of Nosgoth is in peril. You may never again be human, Raziel. But you can re-embrace the essence of your humanity and the nobility of your Sarafan heritage. Go to him, Raziel, and end this. But first, you will need to find your way out of the stronghold, and in this, I'm afraid I cannot help you. My soldiers will not understand your appearance here. They will try to kill you. You needn't fear them, of course. They're no match for you. Try to keep the casualties to a minimum. But do what you have to do. All great movements require a few martyrs.
Alone now, I surveyed my surroundings and noticed a second time-streaming chamber. Its entrance identical to the first, but with one distinction.
That crystal was significant, but how? I have not yet discovered.
Alright, so I remember I gotta use my keyboard. Oh, it lets me save the game from anywhere? Huh. I guess this is a thing from this patch. I didn't know about this. Well, that's pretty cool, because there are save points in this game and they are designated. So if this works, that's pretty good. But anyway, so I want to verify one thing. You can absolutely hear fine everything, like the voice acting, sound effects, and everything, right? There's no issues. Also, I know a buddy of mine is watching as well, Mike. Feel free to like use an account and use the chat as well. Hope you enjoyed this as well. So, a lot happened. There's a lot of lore, mostly in Blood Omen. We are now not in the doomed future of Nosgoth, the one Raziel awakened in after being executed. We are now close to the high ages of the Seraphan. Now, when I explained Seraphan, they were the vampire hunters of the human race. And there was a long-ass war between humans and vampires. There was a crusade instigated by death of key characters in the series. Hello, Mike. Never trust a time traveler? Yeah. I love how slimy Mobius is, just from how he talks. Just something about how he speaks, yes. I do have to just give another credit to the voice acting in this series. It is on another level. This is just 2001. Now, Soul Reaver, back then, it had a basic story, and Raziel was a little more simple. But in this one, I think it just reaches another level. It's, at a point, it was just the best voice acting in any game ever. And I still think it holds up in pretty much every way. It's bonkers how good it is. There's so much. The casting of Michael Bell, Simon Templeman, Tony J. I forget who voices Mobius, but he's also really fucking good. Everyone involved is just a perfect storm. So let's get into the gameplay. Let's hope it's not too loud. We have a similar moveset to Raziel and Soul Reaver 1. It's a little more fluid though. We also have a heavy attack, where Raziel just kicks the shit out of opponents. We have a glyph ring, but we have no glyphs. Glyphs were cut from this game. They were supposed to be... Excuse me. They were supposed to be in this game, but for some reason they were cut. Let's see, what do we have? We have basically all of our powers from Soul Reaver 1 except Constrict, because Constrict doesn't fucking matter. We also have the Force. Richard Doyle is Mobius voice act. Oh my god, Big Boss is fucking voicing Mobius? That's perfect. MGS4 Big Boss. So, weapons. Also a thing in this game.
Over there.
Autophase. Get the combat. Humans, monsters, anything. Very nice stabbing. We get to eat souls. It's Soul Reaver. That's a rat. Yeah, the humans in this game hate us. We can't make them worship us. So, Mobius disabled our Soul Reaver, at least temporarily. We can't use it, so we have to rely on our claws or weapons. You know what? I'm just gonna eat it. Yeah, thank you. We can throw the weapon, but it's actually kind of... Oh, we can also block in this game. Yeah. We also eat some damage by blocking, but not nearly as bad. So yeah, the combat system got a little bit updated. It's still not very, how do I put it? Not very remarkable, but I think for back then it does the job. Okay, this game looks kind of crit though. It's a very good game. Hello, Luna. Oh. They will try to stab you, do some nifty maneuvers on you. That's not gonna work with me though. We get to just behead them. Also, you may notice, this is something I didn't do in the last stream. Our health bar is fucking long. This is the longest upgrade of it you can get in Soul Reaver 1. So we're starting out maxed out.
Throughout the stronghold, I discovered evidence of my former nobility and my life as a Sarafan priest. This was the heritage so foully stolen from me when Kain raided my sacred crypt and defiled me.
We are only getting started on reaving those souls, Luna. The combat only gets better. Like with Defiance, it becomes kind of like Devil May Cry. It plays like Devil May Cry. Except you get to swing around your fucking Soul Reaver. Alright, well, time to go back to our signature move. Well, one of them anyway. Let's go to the Spectral Realm. I hope you could hear that sound very well, because it's fucking porn. So we have our Reaver on us. We are eternally bound to this weapon. It's energy unbound, and the sound revamp they did for it in this game is fantastic. Let me just swing it a few times. Yeah, very nice. I'll point something out later, but let's do our signature move of passing through grates. Just like a Soul Reaver 1, we need to be fed so I can go to the material realm.
Away from the influence of Mobius's cursed staff, I could feel the strength of the Soul Reaver slowly returning. If that orb was as debilitating to vampires as it was to the blade, it gave Mobius a powerful advantage over his enemies. I finally understood how Mobius's crusade could decimate the vampires so successfully. If he could immobilize his enemies, they were at his mercy. But why, I wondered, would the staff have any effect on the Reaver?
Well, that's a mystery. There's a lot of people in this area. I'll just try to fight them. The Soul Reaver in this, for now, is kind of mute as well in the material realm, but don't worry. It's about to... well, you'll see.
As I neared the stronghold's inner sanctum, a strange sensation crept over me. An indescribable feeling of displacement, a sense of vertigo, as reality itself appeared to warp and bend around me. The disturbance seemed to emanate from the sanctuary's furthest chapel. As I cautiously approached, the sense of dislocation intensified with each step. So this was the tomb of the beloved King William the Just, beatified here as the martyr and catalyst of Mobius's crusade. I was reminded of Kain's journey as a fledgling vampire, how Mobius coerced him to travel back in history and assassinate William, thus igniting a genocidal hatred of vampires among the citizens of Nosgoth. And here I discovered the source of the displacement. The Soul Reaver itself, laid out like a holy relic, and broken, apparently in the battle between William and Kain. I had not thought such a thing was possible.
I did not stream Blood
Until,
Omen.
of course, Kain shattered the blade against
I did
me
stream Soul Reaver 1, the
tried to
terrible
strike me
PC
down.
port of it, and I broke it.
Thus the captive spirit inhabiting the Reaver was released, and binding itself to me became my symbiotic weapon.
And so the Reaver met its former self, still imprisoned in this corporeal shell. I watched, mesmerized, as the Wraith blade uncoiled itself and snaked down the length of the physical blade. Embracing its twin, its mirror self, the Reaver's long-dormant spirit was now fully aroused. And for the first time, I felt the true presence of this other entity. Willful, ravenous, and deranged from thousands of years of imprisonment. The Reaver was now in command, and I, now merely its helpless host, felt my soul being leeched to restore the blade. But the Reaver knew better than to destroy its host, and just as I neared the brink of oblivion, the blade released its hold on me. As I recovered, I realized we were now bound together in a fragile alliance. The Reaver no longer merely my symbiotic weapon, but a sentient parasite competing for control.
Raziel's fucking armed.
What have you done to me, Mobius? Is this your trap?
How mine? Don't forget it was Kain who led you here, not I. While you curse me, the only soul in Nosgoth ready to guide and assist you, Kain laughs at our folly and revels in your dismay.
These blades, now coiled in sinister embrace, have inspired terror in the hearts of creatures far more durable than you, old man. Bound together
Just
as they
bonks
are,
him on the head.
I can only imagine what they could do to your soul's
Holy
fragile
shit,
shell.
Mobius.
Raziel, I beg you to stay your hand. This was none of my doing. I have sought only to aid you in your righteous quest.
Why, you're trembling, Mobius. Has your confidence abandoned you? You seem to have made a fatal error by leaving your precious staff behind. Is that where all your courage comes from?
Listen to me, Raziel. You don't know what you're doing. I have taken an enormous risk by appearing here before you, so defenseless, yet eager to prove my good intentions. If there's anything left of the Seraphim in you, you won't do this. While you threaten me, your true enemy eludes you.
Don't concern yourself with Kain, old man. He'll join you in hell soon enough. As you said, death comes for us all.
Yes, the wheel of fate demands it.
What did you say?
The wheel of fate. The inexorable cycle of death and rebirth to which all men are compelled. We serve the same God, Raziel. To strike me down would be striking God's own attendant. And I don't believe even you would take that risk.
I tire of your games, Mobius. Now that I know you fear me, I needn't concern myself with you. Kain is waiting for me.
Go then, Raziel. Seek Kain out and destroy him in the name of the one God we both serve. You, who were once a Seraphim priest, murdered, profaned, destroyed, and reborn again from his mercy. You are now most powerfully equipped to be his agent, his instrument of restoration and retribution.
My own vengeance is motivation enough.
By my soul, you almost had me, my little blue assassin. But that'll be
You did the
one
fucking
and
Oive
only
hands.
chance you get. I assure you of that.
I could now summon the blade at will, regardless of my strength. But once summoned, the blade's ravenous appetite could not be contained. It devoured the souls of its victims, and if I allowed it to become over-aroused, the Reaver would now turn its hunger on me.
So Raziel isn't kidding. We are disconnected from Elder God, and the Reaver is actually even more pissed off than it ever was. So when we actually swing it, it's gonna fucking roar. Yeah, and if you see around our health bar, there's a circle generating. if we allow it to become fully filled, the Reaver will start to damage us, and it'll drain our health. Really fucking cool. So, what we saw back there was William the Just fighting Kain. That's a mural, and it explains a thing from Blood Omen. Now, in the story of Blood Omen, Kain was sent back in time by Mobius. He was rused by him to assassinate William the Just, and that was used by the humans as a pretext to start the Seraphan Crusades, where vampires were being hunted and killed, and most, if not all, vampires were killed.
So this was the legendary Janos Audrin, reputed to have been the most ancient and diabolical vampire to have ever existed. According to folklore, he lived high in the cliffs of Nosgoth's northern mountains and preyed mercilessly on the defenseless villagers below. His reign of terror ended when the Sarafan finally hunted him down and tore his throbbing heart from his still-living body. This relic came to be known as the Heart of Darkness, and was supposedly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife. The Sarafan therefore guarded it carefully, lest the heart fall into the hands of their enemies. But I wondered, could Janos Audrin truly have been as monstrous as depicted here? Or was this merely artistic license by the Sarafan, who sought to lionize themselves by demonizing their darkest enemy?
William was the Nemesis in an alternative timeline in which he destroyed all of Nosgoth. Kain was sent back by Mobius to stop William before he became the Nemesis, but in so was killed as a just king. And this led to the annihilation of all vampires, with Kain being the last. Yeah, we'll learn more about the role of Kain in the world and why him being alive is crucial. But the Heart of Darkness, make a note of that. It's going to be important. It's a plot point, rather a plot device. So now if we get hit, we can still use the Reaver, but there's a drawback. Now we can't devour souls ourselves if we kill people with the Reaver. It's gonna eat them. It's really fucking angry.
Strange how my history came full circle. This chapel, I realized, was a memorial to my former Sarafan brethren and myself. All of us martyred here, and then so cruelly profaned by Kain when he imposed his gift on our noble corpses. For the first time, I beheld the image of my Sarafan self, memorialized here among my fallen comrades. It tortured me to see how noble and pure I had been, and what a vile phantasm I had become.
Looks like such a douche.
And a profound sense of injury, of loss and betrayal welled up in me, so overwhelming I could barely contain it. All I wanted at this moment was to find Kain and destroy him.
It's definitely the haircut. Alright, you want to pick a fight with me? Ow. Get impaled, bitch. Yeah, that's basically what the Soul Reaver is, a fucking hungry and dangerous parasite. That's why it's one of, well, it is my favorite weapon in all games. And there's technically two of it. The spectral Wraith Blade and the real physical thing. Yeah, I'm just running in circles. Get me the door out of here. Fuck this stronghold, I'm out of here. Don't think there's anybody here. Yeah, this is just a door outside. Let's go.
I emerged, and for the first time beheld Nosgoth in its former glory. The land overflowed with abundant life and vitality, and I knew with certainty then that the world I had left behind was nothing more than the corpse of Nosgoth, a lifeless husk bled dry by the corruption of Kain's parasitic empire. This was the fragile world Kain sacrificed to preserve his own petty life and ambition, heedless of the profound cost. The sight only deepened my resolve. I sensed that the pillars lay to the northwest. If Kain truly waited to confront me there, I would not disappoint him.
Alright, let's go get Kain. So this is the overworld. We get to go to a lot of places. That's a mysterious door there. We can't access it just yet. We're just gonna use our Rahab ability to navigate this place. Look at all this fish. This world is actually blooming with life. Unlike the fucking post-apocalyptic future of Soul Reaver 1.
As I passed this arcane landmark, a wisp of the Reaver's energy was drawn into the ring, illuminating it. This created a beacon of sorts in the spirit world. If ever I found myself depleted in the spectral realm, and my soul tossed on the ethereal winds, these beacons would draw me back to safety and restore me.
So, after passing through the Chronoplast, we got disconnected from the future Elder God, which means we can actually game over in this game. But, if we do game over, we restore ourselves in these little thingamajigs. But that's not exactly going to carry our progress. It's basically a game over that you can do. And that's a checkpoint. And I said this in your Soul Reaver 1 stream, all of the series is like a perfect bait to write metal songs out of. Yeah, I guess. Realistic fish AI, a very innovative game. Oh, what's this?
These ancient obelisks were mysteriously attuned to my spiritual essence. By simply touching the symbol, I could safely preserve an imprint of my soul, and thus create a milestone to which I could return when weary, and from which I could resume my journey.
Very, very Shakespearean way of saying this is a save point. That's why I love this game. They can dress it up as anything. Any game mechanic. It's just fucking imprints
While
of
I had
my
only
fucking
just
soul.
escaped the stronghold, I sensed that in time my journey would return me full circle to this place. Infiltrating the fortress, however, would be no small feat. The balcony that had provided my escape was now well beyond my reach, leaving this massive gateway as the only means of entry. The gates were sealed, but like the time-streaming chamber I had seen earlier, their operation was undoubtedly linked to that odd crystal mounted above the entrance.
We'll get to that crystal. Doesn't really matter right now. We gotta get the Kain. Picked the wrong fight, fool. Ow, 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 fuck. Damn, I'm getting bodied. Also, the more aroused your Reaver is, the more damage it'll deal. So if you fight some real tough enemies later on, it's a good idea to keep it nearly maxed out. Oh, this guy's got a fucking gun, a blunderbuss. We can't pick it up though, unfortunately. It'd be fun to see Raziel just shooting people. But I guess he's too neat for that kind of weaponry. Fucking Reaver's just fucking screaming.
To arms!
Fucking hell. It's nearly full. Alright, let's fill it out and see what happens. Yeah, see? It's draining our health. But it's strong as fuck at the same time. Of course, if it eats us, we're gonna revert to the Spectral Realm. Out of the way, I'm fucking Raziel. Alright, I'm not gonna use it right now. I'm gonna go revert to the Spectral Realm soon anyway. If he one-shots me. Okay. Come on, come on. There we go, he's dead. Ah. Some help. Stupid dogs. I forgot they're enemies. We're gonna be eating dog souls. Fuck, I didn't mean to do that. Now I'm gonna miss some souls. Please don't disappear. The dog soul just kind of disappeared. I wanted to eat it. I don't think we can pick up torches in this game. Maybe we can. Okay, we can. Never mind. Let's see what's the kill move for them. Just fucking burn them, okay.
These vampires had nothing in common with the deranged jackals I left behind in Kain's derelict empire. They seemed to retain much of their former humanity. In this era, vampires were clearly not the uncontested predators we had been. These creatures were hunted mercilessly and oppressed. And while I still believed that vampirism was a plague and had to be wiped out, there was nothing noble or righteous in this crusade. This was simply ruthless persecution.
Alright, I'm gonna claw at this doggy. Ow! Fuck. Man, he hurts. Get kicked. Hurry up and die. I want to eat the doggy's soul. Come on. There we go. We ate the dog soul. Melee's not very good in this game. It doesn't have the kind of range you need to deal with, especially the polearm people. Oh, we gotta hold it.
The pillars of Nosgoth, pristine, whole, and uncorrupted. I had never beheld them in this undefiled state, yet something profound and indelible resonated within me at the sight.
The cutscene's just perfect.
And there, waiting at the very heart of the pillars, was the canker that was destined to destroy them.
I know you're there, Raziel.
Mobius led me to you, Kain, though I might have guessed you'd meet me here.
And if Mobius told you I was hidden on the underside of hell, would you throw yourself into oblivion to pursue me? Mobius trawls for the ignorant and unwary, hauling his gasping prey from the streams of their destinies. Stay out of his net, Raziel.
Spare me your elaborate metaphors, Kain. I have pursued you here for one purpose. You will pay for your betrayal, and balance will thus be restored to Nosgoth.
And whose will is satisfied then? The will of Raziel or Mobius?
Would I be better manipulated by you, Kain? Now, turn and face me. The chase is over.
This isn't a chase, Raziel. We are merely passengers on the wheel of destiny, describing a perfect circle to this point. We've been brought here for a reason. I've seen the beginning and the end of our story, however, and the tale is crude and ill-conceived. We must rewrite the ending of it. You and I.
Face me, Kain. Even you shouldn't die a coward's death.
Isn't it customary to grant the condemned a final request?
I recall no such courtesy from you.
Indulge me, Raziel. All I ask is that you listen. This is the sublime moment of our undoing, Raziel. The ineffable fulcrum upon which swings the entirety of our history. This is where all of Nosgoth is betrayed. In this instant, Ariel, the Balance Guardian, is murdered by dark forces bent on overthrowing the Pillars. Her spirit is just now tearing free, lost in the ether, trying to find its way here. We have already seen how she comes to haunt these Pillars.
Bound here by your refusal to die. You are the reason this land becomes diseased. As long as you remain alive, you condemn Nosgoth to an eternity of decay.
Be still, Raziel. See this. As Ariel dies, I am being born to take her place as Balance Guardian. Such is my destiny.
My God.
At the moment of my first cry, Ariel's beloved, the Guardian Nutraptor, finds her corpse. Racked with grief and tormented by suspicions of treachery, Nutraptor plunges into a madness which overflows and infects all of the Guardians who are symbiotically bound, including me. The repercussions of Ariel's assassination were expertly calculated. The entire circle descends into madness, and I am tainted at the moment of my birth, instantly rendered incapable of fulfilling the role destiny has prepared for me.
Shall I show you the same mercy you showed the rest of the circle, then? You blithely murdered them to restore their pillars, yet your hand faltered when it came to the final sacrifice. What makes you exempt, Kain? You're merely the last man standing. Why condemn me for simply carrying out what you hadn't the courage to do yourself?
Let's drop the moral posturing, shall we?
Oh,
We both
he's
know
mad.
there's no altruism in this pursuit. Your reckless indignation led you here. I counted on it. There's no shame in it, Raziel. Revenge is motivation enough. At least it's honest. Hate me, but do it honestly. 30 years hence, I am presented with a dilemma. Let's call it a two-sided coin. If the coin falls one way, I sacrifice myself and thus restore the Pillars. But as the last surviving vampire in Nosgoth, this would mean the annihilation of our species. Mobius made sure of that. If the coin lands on the reverse, I refuse the sacrifice and thus doom the Pillars to an eternity of collapse. Either way, the game is rigged.
We agree, then, that the pillars are crucial and must be restored.
Yes, Raziel. And that's why we've come full circle to this place.
So after all this, you make my case for me. To end this stalemate, you must die so that new Guardians can be born.
Pillars don't belong to them, Raziel. They belong to us.
Your arrogance is boundless, Kain.
There's a third option. A monumental secret, hidden in your very presence here. But it's a secret you have to discover for yourself. Unearth your destiny, Raziel. It's all laid out for you here.
You said it yourself, Kain. There are only two sides to your coin.
Apparently so. But suppose you throw a coin enough times. Suppose one day it lands on its edge.
I am the last pillar, the only survivor of the Circle of Nine. At my whim, the world will be healed or damned. At my whim. Once I embraced my powers, I realized that Vorador was correct. We are gods. Dark gods. And it is our duty to thin the herd.
Welcome back. So, that's a lot to take in. Ariel is the, how do I put it? The guardian of the Pillar of Balance. When she was assassinated, the madness of her lover, Nup Raptor, caused the pillars to become corrupted. And so, when Kain was born, he was cursed, starting the events of Blood Omen. We are stuck in a bit of a circle, and I think we should be meeting someone here. We do have a certain familiar.
I didn't know what impulse stayed my hand, why I had so willingly allowed Kain to escape me when I had pursued him for so long. I had no reason to trust Kain after he had valued me so little, and yet I found myself intrigued by his words. I had been too cruelly used to so gullibly play his pawn, but if this world truly had secrets to divulge, I was determined to expose them.
I guess the cutscene just kind of fucking spells it out for me. We gotta go to the Spectral Realm and turn this mountain into a staircase. And just like in Soul Reaver 1, the music becomes distorted when we are in the realm. There's our goobers from the first game. They kind of grew a little bit. They have a punch back. That's a lot of souls. Fucking goobers. Gooblets, yeah. Man, I love this sound. It's the best. It's the greatest thing.
From the moment of my arrival, I had the constant and palpable sensation of being watched. Someone, it seemed, was keenly interested in my presence here.
Sound design is so fucking good.
From the look of it, this door had been sealed for centuries. I began to realize it was no mere coincidence that I found myself standing here, beneath this winged figure with blue skin and cloven hands so like my own, and bearing this unique key.
Yep, Raziel spells out yet another game mechanic.
And so it was with a sense of gravity and trepidation that I unsealed that ancient door and crossed the threshold.
Already seeing some guy there. Looking scary. Let's take them on. New enemy in this game. These shadowy looking figures. They don't even have souls. They're just kind of, I don't even know what machinates them. I'll just bite the damage. I want to kill these guys. Alright, shut that thing off. Don't want to get hurt anymore. Alright, we get to hear a little bit more Kino. Enter.
As I entered the chamber, I sensed that it had been sealed for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years. And while this room was clearly built when the pillars were erected, I knew that no human hand could have shaped this place, and that perhaps it had never been seen by human eyes. The surrounding murals depicted a winged race, their features so like my own, but beautiful, where mine were grotesque, and angelic, while mine were demonic. I tried to decipher these images. A great war, but with combatants like none I had ever seen. The pillars, raised by this winged race, who thus defeated their adversaries. The winged beings again, writhing in agony, apparently afflicted with the same bloodthirst I had so recently suffered. And throughout the chamber, inscribed everywhere, images of the Reaver itself. Was this what Kain had urged me to discover? I wondered.
Lies, Raziel.
Enter.
Do not be deceived.
Ah, my ancient benefactor. And I dared to hope we had parted ways forever. Your silence was refreshing, but it lasted. No doubt you have a conveniently inexpressible reason for your presence here?
Do not be insolent, Raziel. I am eternally present here and everywhere, now and always. I am the still center of the turning wheel, the hub of this world's destiny.
But perhaps not so omnipotent as you'd have me believe. Your hold on me appears to be tenuous. I no longer seem to need you. Yet I'm guessing you still need me.
This impudence is unworthy of you, Raziel. Do not forget that you have a task to fulfill here. You are indebted to me.
Indebted? You would have me show gratitude for a gift I didn't ask to be bestowed. Do you forget that you forced me to inhabit this vile carcass?
I restored you to yourself, Raziel. It was Kain who destroyed you. The very enemy you've just let slip through your grasp. Do not fail me, my servant.
I serve no one. Not you, not Kain, and not your lackey Mobius.
Mobius is my good servant. I have many.
And if I tell Mobius that he's worshipping a giant squid, do you think his faith will falter?
You have grown willful, Raziel. But beware. To embrace a serpent is to invite poison into your heart. Kain is a sinuous beast. He will seduce and deceive you. You pride yourself on your free will, yet you let that degenerate deter your resolve.
I harbor no illusions about his integrity, nor anyone else's. In fact, I am beset by manipulation on all sides. I merely seek the truth.
These are the fathomless truths, Raziel. The agony of birth and death and rebirth. This is the wheel of fate, the purifying cycle which sustains all life. Vampires are an abomination, a plague which leeches this land of its spiritual strength. They obstruct the flow of life and death. Their souls stagnate in their wretched corpses. But the wheel must turn. Death is inexorable and cannot be denied. Your destiny is irresistible, Raziel. You are my soul Reaver, the scourge of the vampires, reaper of their apostate souls. Remain steadfast. End the vampire's parasitic curse, and restore Nosgoth. Kain's blood belongs on your hands.
Kain indeed deserves to die for condemning me to this repugnant form, but if and when I kill him, it will be for me alone to decide.
Kain destroyed you without a flicker of remorse. He tore the soul from your noble corpse, and after you had served him faithfully for 1,000 years, he discarded you in the abyss on a jealous whim. Remember your rage, Raziel. Let it guide your hand.
And that's Elder God. Tony J is just fucking magical. The role, I think it's like a defining role of him, in my opinion. Like, this is him at his best. A bit of a callback to Soul Reaver 1. So I mentioned the cut content, and he spelled it out pretty clear that the vampires are a plague. So in the original ending of Soul Reaver, you were to climb on the top of the Silent Cathedral and use the tune from it to wipe out every vampire on Earth. Or in Nosgoth. Oh yeah, I should show off the idle animation Raziel has, because they're funny. I'll just stand still for a minute. Okay, that one's like a schizo one. Always being watched. Hair scratch. You gotta scratch that hair. Come on, do your workout, Raziel. There we go. There we go. Nice. Nice carcass workout. Let's talk to the Elder God.
Tread carefully, Raziel.
He has some voice lines if you keep hanging around here. He mostly tells you to just kill Kain. Yeah, it's funny. Raziel, after that water, he should be bald, but his hair stays perfectly still. There's nothing on this earth that can stop Raziel's hair. His fucking haircut is the stronger than the Soul Reaver. Come here, you fucking shadow goobers. That's the secret Kain mentioned? Really? Oh my god. I should have a camera here. Yeah, we should be going this way. This thing's gonna eat me. Fuck. Man, this area is huge, and it has all these weird tables around. Pay no attention to it for now. It doesn't matter. But the level design kind of sets you up for different turns of events. Keep that in mind. Man, we are really hurting. I want to make it up this cliff at least before my health expires, and I'm reverted to the spectral realm. How are we doing? No, it's not this way. It should be, like, straightforward. I'm just kind of forgetting. Alright, yeah, I'll just let... Yeah, Raziel's just gonna die. Interesting note about this music that's currently playing. I'm pretty sure this is a corruption. Because something else is supposed to be playing here. Like, this is a genuine audio corruption. And it still fits. This is only a thing in the PC port of this game. It's so eerie. More butt goobers. Man, that guy's fucking buff. That's our conduit to the real world. Let's go. Right. So we are supposed to find a tunnel out of this. I'm just gonna follow the glowing lights, the glowing rocks, rather. Compared to Soul Reaver 1, the level design here is much simpler. Okay. Up here... I think I'm on the right track. Ooh, a climbing wall. There we go, we made it. Not this way, Raziel. Yeah, that's a good vampire.
I surfaced into a very different landscape. The daylight barely penetrated the dense canopy of this forest. Here I discovered an ancient ruin, unmistakably one of Mobius's time-streaming chambers, but long ago sealed and abandoned to the encroaching swamp. I didn't currently possess the means to break this seal, but I thought in time that I might.
Yep. Ignore these guys for now. Stay off me. We're in the swamp level of the game. And these green lights, as Mobius tells you in Blood Omen 1, are called Ignis Fatuus. Open it. Yeah, kick it open. Come on. Fucking strong.
So, my lurking observer was exposed. The creature vanished when he realized he was discovered, but I caught a glimpse of him, and his features were distinctive enough. This was the vampire Vorador, the monstrous assassin depicted in the stronghold. Strange that a creature brazen enough to assault the circle single-handedly would avoid confronting me. Very well. If Vorador would not come to me, I would go to him. But first I needed to find some means of reaching that terrace.
In the bowels of that black forest, I found something worse than hell. A vision of what I was becoming.
It's not often I see one of our own, especially one as young and foolish as yourself. Nonetheless, drink. Drink deep and indulge your gift.
Gift? Vorador thought my curse a blessing. That we were gods. That mortals offered their blood as sacrifice so that we could enjoy our supernatural powers. And somewhere, deep inside my new self, I knew that he was right. That that mortal dreams were prayers. Prayers to us, begging us for power. I pondered this as the decadent old fool prattled on about his past. A boorish account of how he defeated Malek of the Sarafan and took his vengeance upon the Circle of Nine for supporting the Sarafan Holy War to exterminate us.
Call your dogs! They can feast on your corpses! After slaughtering 6 of the sheep, I defeated their pathetic little shepherd, Malek. Since then, our kind has not bothered with the cattle, except to feed. And I suggest you do the same. Meddling with the affairs of man can do us no good. Sarafan witch hunts are much too tedious to concern ourselves with. Am I understood, Kain? Good. Take this ring. If you ever need assistance, it will summon you. Despite your youthful arrogance, you amuse me, Kain. It is such a pity to lose you to this. Now be gone!
Welcome back. So, I did a bit of introduction to Vorador. He is the vampire that forged the Soul Reaver. He was quite crucial to the plot, especially in Blood Omen. I do want to say one thing about Blood Omen's cutscenes, especially that one. Early 3D is a fucking trip, but it reminded me of the wrong thing. It reminded me of the fucking Zelda CDI games, but if they were voice acted to perfection. I just found that silly and wanted to mention that. We got new battle music. I will gladly take that sword. Stand up. Decapitated. Yeah, back into the mud. That's where your place is. You fucking Sarafan lackey. Alright, let's save. And no, the game is not gonna crash upon loading a save. I tested it, I made absolute fucking sure. Well, that was a weird sound. Hello, Lich. Welcome to Soul Reaver 2. We are currently traversing a swamp to meet an ancient vampire. Froggy. Now it's getting distracting. That's one
There
happy
appeared
frog.
to be a passage here, leading northward into the mountains. The opening, however, was
But the guard is
obstructed
chilling,
and too high
letting
for
me
to
observe
reach.
this.
Perhaps later I would find the means to bypass these obstacles.
Right, so that'll be a hint for later. We can't get there yet. Fucking asshole. Give me that soul. Now he's soulless. This is our climbing ability from Zephon. We didn't dare to get in the first game because we could fucking fly. No such luxury in this game. It just keeps gliding on the fucking hill. Yeah, see ya.
My lurking friend was nowhere to be seen, but I found these ruins even more intriguing. I recognized these arcane symbols from the chamber beneath the pillars, and realized that this shrine, too, was sealed to all but the bearer of the Reaver.
I don't know how long I'll be able to stay, but I'll try my hardest. It's fine. When you gotta go, you gotta go. We don't need this sword to open this. We're gonna need the Reaver. Yeah, you did miss the fucking pillars talk. It's one of those cutscenes, the cutscene of all time. It'd be so nice if there was like a thing to impale them on. Yeah, you missed the peak. There's still more peaks in this game, don't worry. Give me that. Oh, that never stopped me before, did it? Bask in that magnificent sound. Alright, you goobers, come here. Okay, so we need a conduit back to the real world. Very tasty souls indeed. There it is. Man, that sound design. So yeah, and so Reaver 2, there are also puzzles. They're not as obnoxious, and they're definitely not block puzzles. Well, not as bad as in the first game, but they're still pretty straightforward. We do need that disc. I guess while we're here, we might as well explore a little bit. We can't get on top of that. By the way, I'm not too familiar, or rather, I finished this game a couple times, but I don't have good memory when it comes to every single puzzle in the game. We don't want to be here. We don't really care about this for now. Yeah, we don't want to get on top of that. We need to reach that disc, though. Let's see if I can find a way. No. Definitely not this way. Tales of Symphonia is the worst with block pushing puzzles. Do I even want to know? Okay, so that's the way we gotta go. That looks like a fucking lich. That's definitely not human. Yeah, it is a lich. It has a broken ass fucking sword. Look at that ugly piece of thing. There's a lot, and that's all you need to know. Oh,
Throughout
boy.
this ancient shrine, murals depicted the winged race, and the apocalyptic war against their mysterious and equally inhuman adversaries. These winged beings, it seemed, were not only the architects of the pillars, but of this enigmatic place as well. And just as in the pillar's chamber, this shrine was adorned throughout with imagery of the Reaver, depicted with the reverence of a holy icon.
That's a new weapon. Let me grab it in a minute. I do prefer the spear. Oh, give me that. Surprised those things even have souls. They might be souls of the undead, but still. This thing looks kind of fucking weird. But that's how Soul Reaver is. Alright, a crystal. So we need to activate this thing, and there's gonna be a little bit of activating shit all around this area. Like puzzles, whatnot. I mean to do that. This is what I meant to do. Pass through. Fuck, that never gets old. Let's see. I don't think we can make that glide. Not at all. Can I ignore these goobers? Don't want to fight all of them. I guess I have no choice now. How's this guy still alive? I'm just eating all the goobers, I don't care. I'll be taking this. Okay, not this way. Forget you guys. Goober buffet, yeah. Don't fucking... Oh my god, I hate you. I'm gonna rip the fuck out of you. They're actually the worst. Damn, Redale. Getting brutal. Rip her torsos off. Okay, let's see what I can do here. I can reflect that to there. Let's do that. Come on, Raziel. That didn't necessarily do anything, though. I did make it over here, though. So that's progress. I'm gonna go down here and take a deeper look, because I could be missing something. be a torch puzzle. I'll be taking this. I guess forget it for now. I'll just go back through the gate. Or actually, I wonder... I guess only 2 sides this thing can be turned? No, 4 sides. Well, I'll turn it the way it was. No, forget you goobers. I don't care. How do goobers taste like? I don't know. Alright, let's take that route. That big thing that looks like a fucking lollipop is blocking where we should be pointing that light. But we also need to get the golden disc, whatever. No, we are not fighting. I have better things to do. Raziel has no tongue, yeah. You do kind of start wondering how is he able to speak. He should be sounding very weird, inaudible, kind of like Sir Daniel Fortescue in Medieval. Yeah, Sir Dan. Only one proper comparison for Raziel would be Sir Daniel. There you go. So that was a nice hint there. If we get the Spectral, this thing's gonna ascend. So fucking cool. I hear some souls. I will be taking those. I wish more games did something like this with 2 realms and not being a 2D Metroidvania like Guacamelee. Yeah, that's the shield we need that for. It's definitely unique, and just hasn't been replicated much, if ever. Okay, so we have phases of the moon. I'm gonna turn them... let me take a look here. That's a full moon, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I'll keep turning. I think what needs to happen is this thing needs to be activated. Oh. Take a little bit of a look here. Remember an early build concept for RE4 wanted to do an idea of having a real world and a weird dream nightmare world. I think it was the Hookman build. The Hookman build, was it the one with the air juggling? Okay, this thing is not working at all, but I think I see what I'm supposed to be doing this. Projectiles at puzzle targets. Okay, so I guess the game's not being patient with me anymore. Or? Huh. Shoot projectiles at puzzle targets. I think it means something else, because there's supposed to be a thing happening here. Oh. I see you. There we go. Thank you, hint. I would have never remembered that. Come on, turn it to the fucking right. There we go. Okay, turn it to the empty. What if I go back on the thing? Yeah, this thing's working, so... That's fine, that's fine. Man, I am not remembering this at all. I'll leave it like this for now. Let's see. I don't want to make that way back. I think I'm supposed to solve this here. It would make sense to keep it on this, so, would that let me traverse yet? No, it wouldn't. What if I went Spectral Realm? Now let's take a look. I'm seeing something. Ah, fuck. I fell. Okay, that is solid. So, I have no proper clue. I'll be back here though. Okay. When it comes to these sorts of puzzles, I feel like an absolute brainlet. I'll stick around this room for a little longer, because there might be some stuff I could do. Who knows? No, this just leads to the one room. I guess I'll forget this for now. But it really shouldn't be the case. Oh man, that's trippy. No, I don't fight goobers. Go away. We do have two things we should be getting. That's the golden disc that we put right here, and whatever the light puzzle makes us do. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to turn this way. Yeah. So expectedly, it's not gonna work. Yep. That also goes there. I see now. I fucking see. Game just kinda lets me know what I'm supposed to do here. Death to goobers. Where was that conduit? Total goober death. Oh god. Whatever, I don't even care. Yeah, get fucked. Okay, so this one I'm pretty sure cannot be moved, but this one can. There we go. And we should be able to guide something at it, like a light. See? Got a shadow puzzle. Okay, this goes this way. Oh, if we turn it this way, this should be open. I guess the light opens it. That means we gotta move this. Am I missing something? I might be missing something. Raziel, no. Yeah, of course. Thank you, hint. I should just grow wiser to this shit by now. And that's a solar clock puzzle. Well, very generous calling it a puzzle. Let's see, where do I have to put it though? I don't quite remember. Go back to that area. know, I think I might be doing this wrong. Fuck you guys. Go away. Go away, goober. No, that's my soul. You don't get to eat it. Hopefully now that I moved the solar clock, I should be able to align this. And if I pointed correctly in this area, it should unlock something. In theory, at least. I don't quite remember what happens. Okay, I did it wrong. It should be on the new moon, I think. So let me move the solar clock to the new moon. I don't remember this this dungeon being anywhere near this long. It's just me kind of going back and forth and forgetting shit. But I don't mind the puzzles. They're pretty good. All things considered, this is a small area. Okay, I can traverse this in Spectral as well. While I'm here, I might as well take a look. Yeah, don't think there's a good reason for me to be in this realm here. Maybe there's a conduit. That'd be nice, but no, there isn't. I'll just look for it down here. Really? No. Yeah, forget you guys. I'm out of here. No. Fuck. Getting genuinely tired of these lich guards. Fucking goobers. Right now... Oh boy. Move? There we go. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to go. Oh. So we're done here. Now it's missing the golden disc. That's one part of it resolved. Which means there's one part left, or two parts left. Get the disc and do that fucking puzzle. That's fine, I don't talk to you. I bet you the solution is very obvious, I'm just stupid. Take a look around. You know what might be the solution? Can I even take this out? No, I can't. Do a little bit of troubleshooting. You know what? I fucking see it. I fucking see it. It was right in front of me. It just wasn't sparkly enough. There it is. That's all I had to do. So all that backtracking was basically pointless. They're all individual puzzles. Give me that. Just turns it. Can I whack someone with it? No, I can't. I do have to bring it to the place though. That's a new door. We did something. Now this thing's activated.
As I neared the altar, I suddenly felt the Reaver quickening of its own volition. Just as in William's chapel, the balance of power tangibly shifted. Voracious and willful, the Soul Reaver was now in control, and I, merely its helpless puppet. The Reaver plunged itself into that mysterious altar, and devouring the energy that emanated from within, drained this place of its power. Thus sated, the Reaver released me, and I realized as I recovered control that these ancient shrines were forges, each purpose-built to enhance the Reaver with elemental power.
So that's the Dark Reaver, and we got a HP extension. Pretty cool.
Now I understood the purpose of the mysterious basins I had seen throughout my journey. They were elemental fonts, each attuned to a fundamental essence. When I forged the blade, every font in Nosgoth with the same elemental attunement was simultaneously quickened. The Reaver's enhancements were never permanent, but these fonts enabled me to re-imbue the blade by bathing it in the elemental energy distilled therein.
So yeah, we get elemental powers. There's forges throughout the game, and they let you attune it, and they are used to solve multiple puzzles of their own. They're all unique.
Concentric circles, one eclipsing the other. I recognized this symbol from the door sealing that other ancient shrine, the one I had seen in the lake outside the Sarafan stronghold. Perhaps now, armed as I was with the elemental power of darkness, I could return and gain entry.
Where is there lean leaking from that door? I don't know. Alright, we should be getting out of here now. There's not much else to do here.
Ragged excuse for a savior?
Vorador.
I see my reputation precedes me.
It does.
All good, I hope? I've been watching you since you emerged from that accursed stronghold. Strange that your arrival coincides with the corruption of the Pillars. But I'm wondering, are you the catalyst of these events? Or the answer to them?
I don't know what you mean.
I will speak plainly, then. I distrust your origins, stranger. Seeing you crawl from the putrid depths of Mobius's keep makes me question your purpose here. And what should I make of your appearance? Not human, clearly, and more demon than vampire. And the Pillars. It is no mere coincidence that your arrival in that clearing heralded the Pillars' decay. And so I ask you plainly, are you the instrument of the Pillars' destruction or their salvation?
Neither.
Very well. Let us look at the other side of the coin. I have followed your journey and watched as you blithely unlocked secrets that have been sealed and forbidden for thousands of years. The path you have been treading is open to only one being. You don't know what you are, do you?
I have been many things. If you find me ignorant, enlighten me.
What's the point? This world is beyond redemption. Let the human cattle have it.
I would expect better than meek capitulation from you.
Centuries of persecution have taught me well. 500 years ago, our race was nearly exterminated by the fanatical crusades of the Sarafan. And now the same sick drama unfolds again. In merely a decade, Mobius's cutthroat citizen army has nearly accomplished what the Sarafan could not. Vampires meddling in the affairs of men. Look where it's brought us.
What am I to make of these secrets I've uncovered, then? The depictions of the winged race, the pillars, and the Reaver.
Fairy tales, boy. The delusions of an ancient culture clinging to hope long after the world had discarded them. Their bloodline trickled away, until only one of the ancients remained, sustained solely by obligation and his unfaltering faith in the old prophecies. But you see, even if you are who you appear to be, it no longer matters. You're simply too late. Janos Audron, the Reaver Guardian, the last of the ancients, and my maker, was murdered by the Sarafan nearly 5 centuries ago. He alone would have the answers you seek, but his secrets died with him. I don't know how you've come even this far without his guidance, or without the Reaver, stolen these 500 years ago by the Sarafan. I'm afraid, my friend, that you and all of us are out of luck.
I had no less reason to trust Vorador than anyone else I had met. In fact, the ancient vampire was the most forthright being I had encountered thus far. If Janos Audron was the key to all this, then I would find him, and Mobius's time-streaming device would provide me passage. But first, I had to find a way back into the stronghold, and I suspected I would find the means within the lake's mysterious shrine.
So Raziel points us to where we have to go. We have to go all the way back to the fucking lake. It's a lot of backtracking, but I'll try to not get into fights. Just gotta traverse the swamp again. And yes, I do like Vorador a lot. He's a true vampire, and he fucking hates humans. He hates them so fucking much. He went on a fucking crusade against humans and murdered the Circle of Nine, and then made Malek look like a fucking joke. Okay. Just gotta follow it all the way back to the beginning.
Here's one. Face my blade, vampire.
Go away. I have important business.
Over there.
Hat sucker. Can't launch projectiles at me. So just the backstory, Janos Audron was mentioned early, once before in Blood Omen as a flavored text for the one-up item. Lore. Deepest lore. As Vorador said, we may be in the past, but we're still too fucking late, so we gotta fix that. We gotta go to the past. Go right. Wait, am I going in circle? Yeah, I am. Okay. That's the gate, so yeah, we should be fairly close. There's the well.
Taste my blade, vampire.
Fuck you too, human. Hopefully Elder God has something fun to say. He's such a guy. Oh, a dark basin. Go this way. Plenty of backtracking, but luckily we get some cutscenes along the way. Make it spicy. Where the fuck did I drop now? Okay, I think I'm on the right track. Well, I don't know. YouTube is not very good at telling.
Ah, my wayward child returns.
Having unearthed more than you'd like, I suspect. What am I to make of these ruins that litter the land, and these images here in this chamber?
Merely the deceits of a failed civilization. You are being misled, Raziel. This ancient race hoped to manipulate the future with these scrawled misdirections. You must tread carefully. There are dark forces at work in this world, bent on subverting your true destiny.
I have no doubt of that. The question is, am I in their presence right now?
Fucking hell, Raziel.
Your arrogance will spell your demise, Raziel. Deny my will, and the arc of your destiny will reach a sudden conclusion.
Your threats are unmoving. Even now, I'm beyond your reach.
My reach is longer than you realize. This is a very dangerous game you're playing, Raziel.
Fucking hell. Raziel's just savage in this game. Save up and go back to the pillars. Fuck, when I want to glide, I don't fucking glide. Just ignore all those people. Those shadow goobers. I do want to do at least one more forge before I call it. And that shouldn't be longer than like 40 minutes maybe. At the pace I'm going at, yeah, I think I'll make it just fine. It's not a very long game. But it's packed with Kino. Back to the corrupted pillars. Weird. I'm expecting to see somebody here. Oh well, maybe later.
Prepare to die.
Just rushing through the area. They're not really worth fighting. They're just humans. Seize him. Arrest him. Yeah, the wrong time, for sure.
Prepare to die.
Almost here. There we go. Yeah, fuck your blunderbuss. Okay, so we gotta swim under the gate, just like earlier. Get back to the front entrance to the Sarafan stronghold. And go to that mysterious door. There it is. There we go. Now we open a new forge. Of course, it immediately knows what to throw at me, but I'm not gonna bother. Out of my way. Okay, we gotta use our Dark Reaver over here to make a shadow.
These murals left no room for doubt. These winged creatures were indeed the architects of the pillars. And while the images were difficult to decipher, the pillars appeared to banish or diminish their enemies somehow.
I love the Light Forges theme, by the way. Can't open it that way. Gotta go the old-fashioned way. Yeah, have a good one. As I said, I'm gonna wrap it up after the Light Forge. Which isn't too long. Stupid Troopers, I'm so tired of you. That's the forge itself, so we gotta activate that. So this dungeon basically means more light puzzles. Moving shit around, whatever. I don't remember ever struggling with this one too much. Just gotta make way, cover a lot of distance here. Okay, not here. Oh no, it's the buff goober. Please stop following me. Scary guy. Okay. There we go. So that thing's gonna delete me on sight. I am going to need a way past it. Now he runs away, bastard. I'm not locked in here with you. Okay, I don't remember exactly where I have to put that on. I guess we'll find out, won't we? I gotta put it on somewhere anyway. Can I drop it? Yes, I can. Did it despawn? Oh, fuck, yes it did. Damn it. Okay, I guess that's where I gotta put it. So let me take a quick look at the area here. That needs a Dark Reaver. But I think if I bring the Dark Reaver here, it'll open it for good. Maybe. We'll see. I'll try to find a basin. Meanwhile, I'll focus on this. It very obviously wants me to use Dark Reaver. I just can't find a basin for it. Guess the most I can do right now is explore. You know what? I'm gonna be suicidal and actually try to walk up to it. I'm pretty sure I won't get away with it. Yeah, there we go. Blind sentry eye with dark Reaver projectile. Thank you, hint. Can't really blind the eye if I don't know where the fuck is the Dark Reaver. Oh well. I'll find it. Yeah, I'll be taking that. And just as I expected, will let me scale this as I cannot glide while carrying an item. Oh man, I'm getting a bit sleepy. But there's a thing I could do, and that gate is standing in the way. I'm just gonna deal with these guys because they're annoying me. I'm trying to think. I guess this won't turn anymore. Yeah, it's just like that set on it. That's fine. That's fine. I can glide here. That's good. That's a Dark Reaver puzzle. Okay. So my progress is kind of locked right now. Until I find a way to open that gate. So I could just pass through and do a little bit of backtracking, because in this section I don't think I can do anything. Also a Dark Reaver thing. Well, shit. Trying to think. This is me with puzzle games. I have no fucking clue most of the time what I'm doing. It's fine, we'll get to it. It'll become probably very obvious. Fuck. I'm gonna get back to the material realm before I decide what to do next. Yeah. Wait, you know what? This is a fucking slot for the shield. Yeah, I've been neglecting it this entire time, but it's been in plain sight. That's where I should put it. We're getting there, chat. Through process of elimination, of course, but we are getting there. Right. So that allows me to use this. Probably unlock this. Perfect. Almost, huh? Really wants me to fight these guys. No, I don't fight witches. That's a basin. You just ate my soul, you fucking goober. Come here. That was my food. No, glide, please. I hate you. Alright, there we go. So much work just to find a fucking working conduit. There it is. Thank Christ. This fucking place just keeps expanding, bro. We do need that Dark Reaver, though. We need it right now. Out of here. There we go, we got the edgy Reaver now. Have to unlock this entire fucking place. We're good. You can barf at me all you like, but I'm just gonna ignore you. Oh damn, he got fucked. Oh, I'll be taking this. Everything's coming together now. Now I'm finally in the first part, so I can actually unlock every door. Nice. You heard the witch sound again? Which witch sound? Forgot, okay. If it's like a stock sound you remembered, that could be it. Okay, we gotta guide the light. Sure, we can even move this. Oh, perfect. That did it. Well, there's only one thing left to do. And to get that fucking star artifact, whatever. Luckily, we have the means to do it. Jesus, this place is getting... Whoa. There we go. We made it turn a blind eye. See, I don't even have to make up those puns, they just make themselves. Let's activate the forge now. Now that's fancy.
I plunged the Reaver into the forge and imbued the blade with the elemental power of light. Thus armed, I now had the means to re-enter the stronghold and finally use Mobius's time-streaming device to accomplish my own ends.
And sick. We got the Light Reaver. Let's get out of here. Dark Souls with light, yeah, that's what I'll do. Game just straight up tells us what we can do with this. We can progress by destroying, or rather activating these crystals. We're leaving the forge. We're back to the bleak overworld music. I guess time-wise we're doing well. I will go to the stronghold and do the last thing there, since we are still a little bit under 3 hours, and then I'll save and call it. Let's see. Okay, I think it's under the open gate here, underwater, where I gotta go. Or okay, that's the exit from there. That's the forge. Wait, did they lock it for me again? I bet Mobius fucking locked it. Yes, he did. Fucking Mobius. Should be to the left. Yeah, there we go. That's our way forward. Can't even fire from here. Let's get in. Quite a lot we can do here now. This gate should lead us straight into the courtyard. Yes, game, thanks for letting me know.
Taste my blade, vampire! Drums!
Oh, you got a problem. The Reaver's hungry. Right, so we just go back the way we came at the beginning of the game. Or actually, do we even want to go here? I don't think there's a reason to. Am I misremembering which gate there was? No, it's here. It's right here. I just got the sides confused. Let's just go. Oh, they're just gonna fucking lock it for me, okay. I guess there's an important cutscene ahead. Maybe. I like how he just gets stretched out when I absorb him.
Show yourself, Kain. Here, Raziel.
Oh, it's this
Everything
cutscene.
is decided here. You cannot comprehend the magnitude, the rapture and the tragedy of this moment. And yet you must, if Nosgoth is to be dragged from the wreckage of its damnation.
I understand only this, Kain. That you and Mobius have impelled me to this moment simply means I can trust neither of you. I don't know who's pulling the strings, but it no longer matters, because I'm cutting them. I set my own course from here.
If it were only that simple.
Your fatalism is tiresome, Kain.
And profoundly ingrained, Raziel. You must understand, our presence here doesn't alter history. You and I meet here because we are compelled to. We have always met here. History is irredeemable. Drop a stone into a rushing river. The current simply courses around it and flows on as if the obstruction were never there. You and I are pebbles, Raziel, and have even less hope of disrupting the time stream. The continuum of history is simply too strong, too resilient. Except, then how do we explain William here? The beloved boy king turned tyrant. In my youth, I witnessed William's rise to power and his transformation into the nemesis who laid waste to Nosgoth.
Keep your distance, Kain.
Years later, I stumble upon a chance to journey back in history, unaware that the entire affair has been carefully orchestrated by Mobius. In my wisdom,
I seize this opportunity to murder the young king before he can ravage Nosgoth, and thereby provide the catalyst Mobius needs to ignite a genocidal war against our race.
I warn you, no further.
This one reckless act unravels the skein of history. The Nemesis never becomes the Nemesis. William dies a martyred saint. I, the vampire assassin, become the author of my own species' extinction, and Mobius profits from it all. I destroyed a tyrant only to create one far worse.
He profits.
But
Oh
how
no.
can it be so? How, if history is immutable? The answer is here in this room, Raziel. Mobius propelled William and me together, but ensured first that we were both armed with the Soul Reaver. The Reaver is the key. Two incarnations of the blade meet in time and space. A paradox is created, a temporal distortion powerful enough to derail history.
Is this your sorcery?
Not mine, Raziel. Yours. You have nothing to fear from me, Raziel. You hold all of the cards.
Then perhaps I should test your sincerity. If what you say is true, you should be terrified. I could kill you here and now.
And so you do, Raziel.
What's happening?
We're hurtling towards our destinies, Raziel. What you feel is the pull of history rushing to meet us. This is where history and destiny collide. If you truly believe in free will, Raziel, now is the time to prove it. Kill me now, and we both become pawns of history, dragged down the path of an artificial destiny. I was ordained to assume the role of Balance Guardian in Nosgoth, while you were destined to be its savior. But the map of my fate was redrawn by Mobius, and so in turn was yours.
This is madness!
Fight it, Raziel. This moment does not have to be an ending. It can become a prelude. I can't. You can, Raziel. Look inside and see that it is so. You have the power to reshape our inevitable futures.
Oh no.
Poor William.
What is this?
History abhors a paradox, Raziel. Even now, the time stream strains to divert itself, finding its old course blocked by your refusal to destroy me. The future is reshuffling itself to accommodate your monumental decision. This is where we restore ourselves, Raziel, and reclaim our intended destinies. It may yet be possible for me to assume my role as Balance Guardian and return the pillars to their rightful inheritors.
To the vampires. And this is the destiny you have urged me to discover. I don't know what game you and Mobius are playing, Kain, but I refuse to be your pawn. Unlike you, I still revere whatever shred of humanity I've managed to preserve. You will not use me as the instrument of your messianic delusions.
Very well, Raziel. I'll not ask you to trust me. Your truths are for you to discover alone.
Humble words for one who presumes to teach me a lesson at every turn.
And continue your journey and learn your own lessons, Raziel. Remember, Mobius led you here, but you walk away unfettered. A champion of free will and conqueror of false histories. There is much more for you to unearth, if you have the heart for the truth and the will to see it.
things took a fucking turn. I like how the game sets you up as the wild card in the story. Somebody who has free will. And then it gives you the fucking history wanting you to just kill Kain. And you refuse. Now history has changed. We have created a time paradox. Hopefully that gate is unlocked now so we can get back to Mobius's chamber. No, it's not. I guess there's another way in. Yes, there is. Right there. I will need... Oh, never mind. I will need the light forge. Right here. Yeah, perfect.
Get it! Prepare to die! Prepare to die!
Forget you guys. If you want to do it this way. Oh, come on, block, Reaver. Leave me be. I mean, no harm. This dog just got fucking suspended in midair.
Seize him!
Oh, that was a sick midair hiccup. There it is. Okay. Just gotta unlock that. Oh no.
Yes.
Oy
I
vey.
like that look on your face, Mobius. You really don't know what to do now, do you, old man? Here you are, caught without your damn staff. And I suspect things aren't progressing quite as you'd hoped. You're not used to the fly turning to confront you in your web, are you?
Kain's devious influence has poisoned your mind, Raziel. Now you see betrayal everywhere, even in your closest allies.
We were never allies, Mobius. Conspirators, perhaps. Briefly.
Why did you not kill Kain when you had the chance? He was at your mercy.
Precisely. I had a choice, and I chose mercy. And now I know your sordid little secret. The significance of that displacement I felt when the two Reavers came together. Strangely enough, I was enlightened by the devious Kain, not by you. In fact, I've learned much more than you counted on. I understand now how you've tried to manipulate all of history for your own personal gain. But now all your little schemes are whirling in ruin around you, aren't they? All because I chose to exert my will for once, rather than obey the demands of sorcerers and spirits and demons, all singing the same tiresome refrain, "Kill Kain." I'm setting my own path from here, Mobius. I intend to discover the truth behind all of this.
But you condemn us all with this impetuous act.
Hardly impetuous. It took all the will I could muster. Has my refusal to kill Kain reshuffled your carefully stacked deck of cards?
You really think that you're exercising your free will, Raziel? You're simply Kain's servant.
I do not serve Kain. I merely did not kill him.
Raziel, do not forget your purpose here. You are destined to be the savior of Nosgoth.
Oh, I'm sick of hearing that particular phrase. As for saving Nosgoth, so far I see precious little reason to bother. And I'll choose my own purpose from here on out, Time Streamer. Right now, I choose to manipulate you for a change. Go. In there.
What are you doing?
Come, Mobius. You're a cunning serpent. You'll piece it together, I imagine.
Sacrifice him to the fucking demons.
This era is of no further use to me. You will operate this device to provide me passage. I want to see the world in a simpler time, before the Sarafan began their crusade.
And what about Kain? You're leaving your core behind.
You kill him if it's so damned important.
You need only touch the 2 poles of the switch, and the device will transport you. But I urge you to reconsider.
You've lost your powers of persuasion, old man. Rot here and forget me.
Oh boy, where the fuck are we now? We got fucking rused.
Even as I emerged from that infernal time-streaming chamber, I suspected treachery. The stronghold was vacant, derelict, abandoned.
Oh boy, new enemies. Actual demons. Not looking forward to fighting these guys because they hit hard. They hurt. And there's some infighting. I'll just use that to... Oh, fuck. Kill him. Damn it. So those guys can do fucking Spectral Realm. And if they kill you in the Spectral Realm, you gotta reload the checkpoint. Oh fuck. Yeah, please die. Fuck fighting these guys. Yeah, they are actual threats. And they only get worse. Oh god. Yeah, the Soul Reaver is eating good. I needed pretty much at full charge to actually deal damage to them. Yeah, like that. Then I can 2 or 1 shot them.
If I had any doubts about the era I now occupied, this grotesque tableau certainly eliminated them. For here was Mobius, long since murdered by Kain, lionized and beatified as the martyred leader of his bloodthirsty crusade. And if I required further evidence, I needed only to behold the gruesome trophy Mobius held aloft. A severed head of Vorador. The final triumphant kill of Mobius's cutthroat mob. His execution marked the annihilation of the vampires. Far from channeling me into Nosgoth's past, Mobius had propelled me over a century to its ghastly future. The intent behind this little detour was unmistakable. Having failed to make me his obedient assassin, Mobius intended to keep me ignorant of my true destiny, which clearly lay in Nosgoth's past. While his deception only reinforced my purpose, Mobius had effectively stranded me here. This left me no course but to explore the era I now occupied and see what changes the century had wrought following Kain's ill-fated decision. Perhaps time had cleared a path for me into the mountains, where I might unearth more clues behind the mystery of Janos Audron.
So yeah, the game just flat out, well, Raziel says it. We may be in the future, but there's still much to learn here. Of every character's motivation. Also, Vorador, yeah. Vorador dies in Blood Omen. As an execution to start the genocide of vampires. So in this timeline, it also goes through, and Mobius is hailed as a martyr.
What pathetic charade is this now, Mobius?
No charade, Raziel. Only the entreaties of this martyred spirit.
Your pleas mean nothing to me after all your deceit. You have propelled me into Nosgoth's future, Mobius, and left me stranded here.
I am truly sorry, Raziel, but it was necessary. Consider it the last valiant act of a doomed man. You have strayed from your purpose, and now behold the result. Gaze upon the wasteland you and Kain authored together.
I fail to see how I'm responsible.
You spared Kain, and by doing so, you have released a multitude of horrors upon this world. I can accept that Kain has murdered me, as the Time Guardian. I foresaw that incident long before it occurred, and I take some small comfort in the fact that Kain remains the sole survivor of his vile breed. But you have single-handedly made my sacrifice meaningless.
Your argument is disingenuous, Time Streamer. I cannot see how killing or sparing Kain's future self would alter these events. This wasteland was created by Kain's original refusal at the Pillars. Amidst all these twists and turns,
That event has never changed. You are cunning, Mobius. I think you've gotten tangled in your own web.
As Kain clings to his precious seat of power, the pillars sink into a mire of decay, dragging all of Nosgoth down with them.
I don't think this has anything to do with the pillars, or Kain's failure to sacrifice himself. I think you're simply afraid, because you don't know what he's up to. He's a wild card, isn't he? And you don't want his influence in your game. Which is why you wanted me to eliminate him. Well, now that he survived, you have no idea what's coming, do you? Maybe, for the first time in your entire life, you're terrified that he may have truly found a third option out of the dilemma you orchestrated for him.
Kain's lies have addled your mind. Leave this place and trouble my spirit no more.
If you even are a spirit, you've forgotten. I have a way to tell for sure. If you're willing to risk it.
He just disappears. Oh, fuck. That's so good. Man, Raziel's such a fucking guy in this game. Oh, this is gonna do it. I am in deep shit. I gotta kill at least one. Okay, good, good. Oh, thank God. If I had to fight 3 of them in the spectral realm, I would have been fucked. That's a checkpoint. Alright, good, good. Let's get out of here. We've literally obliterated his bluff. So now we're in the bleak Mobius future. I'm gonna save and we're gonna call it here. There's still a bit of game to do. I'll find time for it probably next weekend. But yeah, that was a strong start, I'd say. There's still a lot more to do, a lot more to tell for sure. I don't really have a clip to sum this up, but I'll leave you with the sound. There we go. Yeah, nice. Okay, now that the game is saved, I can safely call it. Thank you all for watching. It's been a great blast. Hopefully next part I don't actually struggle with puzzles as much as I did today. But you never know. I'm kind of a brainlet when it comes to this. I don't know. I'm just enjoying myself too much. Just re-listening to this story. It's a great story. Well, we'll see you next week. And take it easy. Have a good one. I'm going to bed.